cab driver and the
No.
mail order brides?
No, that's the mail order brides. And what happened was they were like, go to Brooklyn. That was no, it was the Rio Diner, and in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Have I? Because I know you've heard it before, but
I don't
has
know
Jeff
if
and
this
Matt
is-
heard my Russian dating girl story?
I don't think so.
I'll
I've
tell
heard
it
this
right
one.
now.
This one is great.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. What a shock! Her name was Anna too. So we go to the Rio Diner and they have this smoking hot Russian waitress. She had blonde hair and she did it up in that big bun and she put those two little I don't know, like
So it's Lana basically.
Anna. They're all Annas, you know.
I'm saying
Yeah.
Lana from WWE. That's basically who this
Honestly,
is.
I don't know if she wasn't better looking than Lana. I mean, this girl
Really?
was that smoking hot. I'm not. I know I'm trying to like pat myself on the back, but it was just that sick. It was that bad. This is about. I would say this is like 1996, probably 20 years ago actually. So I'm like 20 years old, and what happened was, guys do this weird thing where if they see a hot girl and they don't want to talk to her, then they goof on her, right? And I guess she got a lot of it because she was a tough old broad. So she would come in and she would like slam our coffees down and we would like, pick on her and shit like that. I never did because I thought it was ridiculous. And what it was is these guys didn't have the balls to ask her out, right? So we went there one night and they started goofing on her. And I spoke up and I said, you know what? You only goof on her because she's hot. You don't got the balls to ask her out. That's the problem. And then, of course, that was the dumbest thing I could have said because I didn't have the balls to ask her out. They turned around to me and they say, why don't you ask her out, tough guy, right? And I'm like, man. Like, no, you're kidding. We don't have the balls. Why don't you ask the hot Russian chick that looks like she's straight out of a Bond villain? She's one of the Bond girls. Ask her out. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And the way I thought is like she's gonna light me the fuck up in front of them because she was always lighting us up and throwing our fucking coffee and food. It was really funny actually. So I figured she'll light me up. I'll take the fucking abuse. I'll go back. Everybody will laugh at me. Things are over. So they're all watching me. I walk up to the girl and I said, "Hey, Anna, what's up?" And she's like, "What do you want?" And I said, "Well, I know." The guys kid you and stuff, but I wanted to talk to you afterwards. I was thinking maybe you wanted to go to a movie. All of a sudden, she gets quiet, and I'm waiting for like the I would never date
to go stereotypical Russian.
Yeah, I would never date somebody like you. I would never date anything. And she looks at me and she goes, "What do you want to go see?" My heart is starting to pound like she's fucking serious, right? And I'm thinking to myself, that's what we should have done all along. We should have just asked this girl out. We shouldn't have fucking fucked with her. And I'm like, my heart is fucking pounding. And I'm like, do you want to go see Scream? Scream 1 was in the theaters that summer. She goes, I haven't seen that yet. I know everybody's talking about it. I work here 12 hours a day sometime. Would you take me to see that? I said, I'd be happy to take you to see it, right? It's cool in his comment. And I am shaking like a leaf. Shaking like a fucking leaf. No exaggeration. She goes, here's what you do. You come here. She gave me a time. It was like 2 days from that. It's 2 days from that particular time. And you pick me up and we'll arrange the whole thing. But you got to get me right after work, okay? And I said, no problem. Absolutely. And I walk back and you see these 3 Phoebe friends of mine looking up. And I just, instead of saying anything, I just sat down. I started to drink my coffee and they're just staring at me. And I'm like, she said, yes, bitches. And they were like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I was like, I'm the king of the fucking world.
Tommy
So
was the one told me to rub one right out.
Yes,
Like,
immediately. I didn't even have to touch it too long, Jake. I'm not even joking. I mean, it wasn't. I don't even know if I put my hand.
Watching Rocky 4.
I didn't know if I had to. I knew nothing of this.
He started brushing up on his Russian.
Brattsai. It's the only Russian I knew because that was what the Russians say shoot for. So here's what I did. I had 2 days. I went down the shore. I drove myself. I couldn't even get friends to go with me. I went down the shore and I got a fucking tan. I bought new clothes. At the time, I think they were called Stussy, right? Was that the big clothing line, Jake? Stussy, I think it was.
Keep bringing up fashion.
Yeah. Well, we're a bunch of homos. What can I tell you? Talking about girls trying to pick up Russian chicks. Fuck you.
He got his best pair of Jenko jeans.
Yeah, I whatever was going on. No, I had the cutoff because it was summertime. I had the cutoff like right above the knees. They were kind of new at the time, and I got everything. I got a tan. I went to the beach. I went around. I was just ready for this. I was not going to fuck this up, and I didn't. I didn't fuck this up. So anyway, I go there to the Rio Diner in Woodbridge, New Jersey. I pull right in. There's the Russian girl. She sees me and she goes, "I'll be right with you." And I shit you not, like a fucking teenage angst movie, something right out of the 80s. She takes those two things out of the back of her bun, and this is the first time I saw it. She pulls them out, and her hair falls down straight down below her ass. Exactly. That's what it did. And I was just like, I can't believe this is fucking happening to me. I'm very average looking at the very best. And I sit down in the booth, in the diner that she told me in. I was looking good. I had a tan. I got my hair cut. I mean, the whole fucking night.
Love hurts.
Oh, God, it was beautiful. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's a good thing those tables were kind of high and you had to put your arms up here because my boner would have knocked it off its fucking Keystone centerpiece. So anyway, she sits down. Her hair's all over. I didn't even know her hair was that long. She sits down and she goes, "Do you have a pen?" And I said no. So she calls one of the girls over there. She gets a pen, and then she takes one of the napkins that's in the napkin holder, and she starts writing down numbers. 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, and all the way up to 100,000 and up. Okay? Then she starts writing the names of cars right next to them. Buick, Nissan, Mercedes, BMW, and then some kind of sports car, some hot sports car at the time, and then an arrow.
Maserati.
Yeah,
What
something
was it?
like that or
The
something. I don't know
Miata.
anything about cars.
The Mazda Miata.
Yeah. And she says to me, she says to me, she goes, "Look, I don't want you to think that I'm picking on you. I do this with all guys. My mother spent a lot of money and a lot of hard time to take our family to Russia, from Russia to here, right?" She goes, "Here you see the 20,000 to 40,000 mark, right? This is unacceptable. Anything above 40,000, which would probably be more like 100 grand, is okay. Yeah. So she had the middle mark, and then anything other 80,000 up was acceptable to date her, and she's looking to be this. But here's the way you can get around it." And I'm shocked and appalled. She starts pointing to the cars on the other side of the napkin. If you drive these cars and you're able to pay for them in a monthly payment each month, you can bypass the salary and you can date me. And I just...
But if you have a Rolex, we could step down to one car.
You must have went
And
so
you know,
soft right there.
if this was in '96, I mean, they weren't talking about domestic violence so much back then. So.
Yeah. I mean, the OJ thing just happened.
I was just...
Yeah.
I never...
I mean, she was
You-
probably
you-
there illegally.
You only gave her a super kick. You didn't chop her head off. Like
I've been
OJ.
rejected by women before, and I can take it. But all I just did was I looked right at her and I said, "I just want to take you to a movie." And then she very matter-of-factly gets up and says, "Well, listen, you seem like a good person. I don't want to waste your time." Got up, walked the fuck out. And I think I stayed at that... I think I stayed in that booth for the next 3 hours, like I was in Vietnam and staring at the shit. I just listen. I don't even think it was that. Look, I didn't know this chick. I wasn't in love with her. I went from I'm taking this chick out. I might get to touch her boobie.
Tommy was writing Anna Callanan all over his fucking
And
butt.
instead you're paying for a new Mercedes.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening, look at him now. He got his own YouTube channel.
Anybody else got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, the
Hard to
story you
top
just
that.
told there kind of resembles all Boston fans today. They were going
Yeah.
to see this real hot chick, which is the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
You know, expecting big things, and they got let down.